Hello, 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 and we are back. We are at the magnificent studios in downtown Flint of Out of the Mud. And we are on another episode of Let's Talk with Big Tone. And who do we have here? We have Big Tone.
That's right. What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show. I got my man right here, Christopher Scott, here with me to be here with me tonight. Tonight I got who else? Who is this over here?
Jalen Scott.
Jalen Scott. That's right. Hey, today we got a good show. Today we're gonna start off with how y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling this weekend?
Good.
Y'all
I'm
feeling
ready for the Lions.
y'all
Big game
Ready for the
tomorrow. I
Lions.
feel great.
y'all
Big
ready
game.
for hey,
Yeah.
hey, we gonna get to the Lions, but we're gonna start off with how y'all feel about the Ohio State game and Notre Dame game.
Honestly, before the playoff even really started, I thought Ohio State was probably the best team. And now that they're here and watching them play, it's their game to lose, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say the game itself, it's fun to see an underdog in it. Like I don't want to say the Ohio State game, Ohio State Notre Dame. It's fun to see the Notre Dame team there, but I don't know. I've never been a Notre Dame fan, so I like to see a different underdog in it. I
Right.
think it's Ohio State's game, really. I didn't know if they were going to make the finals. Honestly, I didn't think they were playing to that caliber all season. Losing to Michigan, they had a couple losses. They weren't playing great.
So when did you what do you think made them start playing good?
I think Michigan,
Yeah. That's when it turned around.
Right.
especially for Ryan Day.
It definitely for Ryan
But
Day.
the thing was, the Michigan game is Ohio State just didn't play to their strength. Like Ohio State tried to run the ball and play bully ball when they have
Right.
all these athletes on the edge
Three.
that they weren't throwing the ball to.
Right.
And now they realize they have all these athletes and nobody can keep up
Yeah,
with
they
them.
got Abuka, that young. I mean, he's probably the best freshman I've seen
I've seen in a
in a
long
long
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the three wide receivers that they got, those are probably the best three wide receivers in the league right now. I think Ryan Day, like you said, right after that Michigan game, um, he's got the boys playing mad. Um, he's run, he beat Oregon, which I thought Oregon was actually the best team that was left uh, in the division. But Ohio State is playing really tough right now. Like you said, I don't think that Notre Dame really has got enough.
So what I will say about Notre Dame, because I've watched them play, they have two really good running backs. Jordan Love is actually sweet. And they have a lot of good playmakers with defense too. Their weakness is their quarterback. The quarterback that scrambles a lot, he can't really throw.
So which quarterback you said was weak?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. You think Riley Leonard is weak?
He's a good. He can run the ball. He's tough. But when you think about like asking him to throw the ball 30 times,
Right.
he's not gonna dot up your defense like that. I've watched him play. He's a good runner, but I think their strength is their running backs and their.
I don't think that their coach. I don't think that they're going to have to throw the ball. I think because they have such good running backs, I think they're going to take a lot of pressure off of Lincoln Riley. To where just like in other games, if you watch those games, he wasn't the hero in those games. It was the running backs and the defense. So I think I think that Ohio State, like I said, is just too fast for him. I think Ryan Day is really upset. I think I really
For his job.
give hey
Yeah, after
four
that Michigan loss, I mean,
four times in a row. I didn't even
I
know
didn't know it
that.
was that
I
bad.
didn't know it
Yeah.
was that bad. Four times in a row.
Well, if you remember, John Harbaugh's job was up
Yeah.
because Michigan fans were calling for his job because
They
he
lost.
couldn't beat Ohio State.
And they were losing the state.
Yeah, and
They were losing pretty
Michigan State.
regularly to state at that
And
time.
then the one game that Harbaugh beats Ohio State, he didn't lose, and they haven't lost since.
Yeah.
And now it's like that's the game you can't lose.
So listen, they were really calling for Ryan Day's head.
I think the recruiting classes they get, the teams you put together, you gotta win the Big Ten. You can't lose to Michigan.
Yeah.
So I don't see how 4 years I would be. I don't think he's that great of a coach either. I really
What?
don't.
I don't know. I think Ryan Day was given one of the best programs in the country, so it's like you can't really mess that up.
Right now,
And he's
what's a better program right now?
There is no better. I'm saying, who's a better coach out there right
Well,
now?
clearly there has to be a better coach because if you have the best program in the country, you can't win you can't even win a Big Ten
it's
championship.
easy to look good when you have the best program.
You still no, you
It's
still
easy
have
to
to you still have to coach. You got a lot of these teams with Division One prospects and
Who's their
um,
offensive coordinator? Didn't they bring in like Chip Kelly?
Chip Kelly is
Chip
their
Kelly
offensive
Why do
is
you
their
think they brought
offensive
in Chip
coordinator.
Kelly?
And
Yeah.
for speed for West Coast.
Because it's not Ryan Day's team.
It's Ryan Day is definitely the face of that team. Um, I think right now, Ryan Day, if he wanted to, I think he could go to the NFL. I think he could. I
It
think
could.
I
I'm
think
not
he's
saying
that
he's
good
a
of a
I'm
coach.
not saying he's a bad coach, but
The
I'm just
style of
saying
play he plays, I think so.
I just think that when you have the best program in the country, it's easy to look good. Like, if you have it's easy for him to get a lot of five-star recruits because you coach for one of the best
Yeah.
brands in the country.
Hey, they were talking about if he wins the national championship, he's getting all the recruits. He's going to who you going to go to? You're going to go to Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State.
Did you see the Alabama running back that just flipped to what was it, like a month ago now?
Oh yeah,
Jam Miller, he's like the starting running back for Alabama. Just
We've got a
switched
caller coming.
for,
for yeah.
yeah.
So I think
yeah,
that
this
Bryce
is a-
Underwood is bigger than we think.
unfortunately, Michigan is the program's going to continue. Good.
Maurice. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Yeah, we got a caller calling in. Who
Can
got
you hear
on the
us,
phone
caller?
today?
Can you hear us, caller? Caller. Caller. Can you hear us? Can you hear us, caller? You got to cut your background down, caller.
Hello?
Yeah, you got to cut your background down.
Hello?
Turn down your background. Everything that you're listening to, cut it down. Caller.
Yeah, that was Big B,
Yeah.
Texas.
So but we do have comments. So we have a comment from Twitch at J Butter 24. Lion Nation, stand up. Jay Butter also said, Indeed Nation, stand up. And then we have Tamika Buford, and she's on Facebook. She said, I want the Big Ten to win, but I don't like Ohio State. And then we have on Facebook also Maxo Napoleon. I agree. Ryan Day has something to prove. And then Andre Archer Jr. said, Notre Dame about to take the chip.
Wow. There's a
Hey,
lot to respond in there.
Yeah.
Marcus,
Hey, I just want to first shout out Jay Butter on Twitch. Right. We had a nice little fantasy league. I took second. He was the commissioner of our league. And
commissioner,
you know, we had he was in the playoffs. I'll say he honestly drafted the best team. Okay. And but the team that won had 2 auto draft picks.
Fantasy football is crazy.
Their auto draft picks were Derrick Henry and Josh Allen.
Wow.
Is that a legitimate title?
yeah.
I mean, it's what can you do? He won. So what can you say?
Hey, now, we're gonna go. This part of the show, we're gonna go where everybody's trying to go to pro football. We're gonna start in the AFC with the Chiefs, baby. And what y'all think's happening about the Kansas City Chiefs? What y'all?
Listen,
I want
I
to
wanna
hear what
say,
y'all really
yeah.
got to say about
the only team I think about in the AFC right now is the Ravens. I think Josh Allen looks great. I think Patrick Mahomes looks great. I don't think either of those teams are a Super Bowl caliber team. The Chiefs have undoubtedly the best quarterback of the last decade.
True.
Yeah.
And I just think they've had a lot of injury and a lot of movement at the wide receiver position. They've had a lot of movement at the running back position. They've never really had a fluid offense all year, and they've had a lot of games where they just crept by.
Barely. There's a game I can't remember what game it was, but they
Every
won.
day,
They
all
won
all
because
year.
I think it was Denver missed a field goal. They
bunny.
Oh,
caused
yeah,
a
yeah,
bunny
yeah, yeah,
field
yeah.
goal. Like
That was that was
That was
an
almost
extra
comical.
point. It was an extra point block. See, that's what these guys do. That makes a good team. You know what I'm saying? We could be missing players and missing pieces, and everybody's not working good. But at the end, if you win, that's all that matters.
that's
And,
true.
and I don't think that the Texans and CJ Stroud's gonna come down in Kansas City in the cold and win.
I,
No,
I,
just
I
don't
think
don't
so.
think so.
The Chiefs will beat Houston.
They will.
Like that's I don't think you should worry about
We're,
Houston.
we're gonna be
You need to worry about Lamar. That tandem, I don't see the Chiefs keeping up with that.
first
Oh,
of all,
Jay Butter just said, is Texans plus 8.5 underdog disrespect?
no,
8.5.
no,
Well,
8.5.
no,
8.5 points isn't
That's
no,
bad.
bad. No.
no, not at
We
home.
got somebody else trying to call in. Oh, they stopped.
No.
Don't be scared.
I think it should be more like 10, like a 10
So
point.
what do you think the score of the Houston DC game?
I think the score probably will end up being somewhere like 28-14, something like that.
Yeah.
I think we'll control the football. I think we'll have football a lot. I think our two running backs. See, that's what I mean. Our two
Call
running
from
backs are going to keep Patrick Mahomes
to
and
accept.
where you say the wide receiver
Caller, can you
not
hear
where
us?
it's supposed to be. Our two running backs, Isaiah
Can you hear
Pacheco,
us, caller?
Kareem Hunt. They're gonna
Hello, caller.
they're gonna score the ball.
Can you hear us, caller? Can you hear us, caller?
Hey, also shout out Maxo. I appreciate that comment.
Hey,
What's up,
caller, can you
Maxo?
hear us?
Big Max. I miss you, brother.
What's
Big
up, Dre?
Max.
What's
Caller,
up, Dre?
caller.
I saw you comment on Notre Dame, Dre.
Can you hear us, caller? Y'all hear the caller,
Yeah,
right?
we here. It's all good. Hit us in the chat. You know,
Hey,
technical difficulties.
Hello?
Yep, we hear you. Can you hear us? Caller.
Somebody on
All right.
hey, look, we gonna move on to this Bills and Ravens game.
It's a big game.
That is a big game.
I think that's out of all the games, I'll say that is the highest contested game where you don't know who's coming out
Yeah,
on top.
I can't give you the definitive
I
answer.
think
of who's
I
gonna
want to
win.
know what the spread on that game is, and
Actually,
I think that's the MVP. That's whoever wins that game gets the MVP.
listen,
It's already decided.
listen.
MVP's already.
listen,
Who wait? Who's that? Who's your MVP?
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, who's your
Okay.
MVP?
Wait, the MVP is Lamar Jackson. It's,
Why?
If you look at his MVP stats from last year, he's touchdowns, passing yards. He's gotten more than that, and he's winning more. And when you think of the number one contender for MVP as opposed to Lamar Jackson is Josh Allen. I will say he's number 2. His stats aren't even touching Lamar.
They're very similar. They're
I-
very similar.
But Josh isn't beating Lamar in one statistical category, maybe one or two.
Well, somebody from the ASMR reading corner on YouTube said, I disagree with all of
That's
you.
okay.
And then they also said, you all need to be really.
What?
And then we have somebody on YouTube
Call in.
also said, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, call in.
Yeah, listen.
Lamar Jackson.
Let me ask you this: who would you rather play as a Kansas City Chiefs fan? Would you rather play the Bills or the Ravens?
Oh,
Ravens.
Maurice Lilly said, stop it, Antonio.
The
It's Lamar
Ravens.
all day.
The Ravens.
Why would you rather play the Ravens?
This is why I would rather play the Ravens, because the Ravens are going to run the ball, and I think that our defense, we have a top tier defense. I think we stopped that. I don't think that Zay Flowers and their tight end is scary to us. We've already beat the Ravens. We beat the Ravens the first game of the season.
will say the Chiefs are built to beat the Ravens. They have a phenomenal run
They
defense,
do have a good
and
defense.
everything starts with their run game. They want to
Yeah.
do the triple option. They want to run the ball 30 times, and
We-
they want to go play action
We
and hit.
want you to do
Reading
that.
Corner said Ravens all the way.
We want we want
And Lamar.
we
I-
want
I
you
got
to.
Ravens, Lions, and Super Bowl. But to your point, yes, the Chiefs do have a good run defense, but I don't know if they can keep up, especially right now with the way that Lamar is running that read option with Derrick Henry. That's going to be
We're gonna
tough.
find out. Though, I mean,
That's
who
gonna be
who else
tough
do you
job.
want doing that play?
Hey,
You got Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson
That's-
running a read
that's-
option.
That's crazy.
let me tell you, we played the Ravens last year at home and beat them. We played the Bills at home and beat them. That was one of the best playoffs run ever.
100%. Yeah.
People were talking about, oh, Kansas City can't win away from home. We go to the Ravens and the Bills and beat them, and then go against San Francisco.
Maurice Lilly said, y'all defense suspect.
Listen, our defense back every time. When it comes to big games, our defense ends up playing good.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to Dallas though.
Before you move on, though, I think
We're not gonna move on. Yeah, we're
I
gonna
think
get
it's
to you.
important that we talk about Josh Allen because
Yeah.
he has the worst supporting cast offensively out of all those people. And honestly, he has the biggest effect on games, in my opinion. If you take Derrick Henry out of the Ravens' office, they're a wild card team.
Definitely. That's crazy. That is
Dave,
a crazy
it's
statement.
it's been
As
true.
good as Derrick Henry is, you can't discredit what Lamar has done and is doing.
I love Lamar. I hope he wins, but it's been true for the past few years.
Who do you guys? Okay, who do you guys rather have? Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson to win a game? Who would you?
I mean,
Who would you choose? You guys just sat up here and mapped out all the statistical things and everything like that. The one thing that Patrick Mahomes got over them is wins. He's got more wins
You're
than them.
talking about the
So-
MVP
so-
for 2024, 2025.
Right. He
MVP
hasn't
or
played-
anything. He's got more
he hasn't
wins.
played as good as either one of those guys.
With inches,
That doesn't mean
by inches with the win over Baltimore.
Hey,
Lamar.
hey, inches
Dakota.
inches will win a game, and I'll take that every game.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say that either one of these guys is better than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback.
So
And
so
that's-
so you would
that's
take
fine.
Patrick Mahomes over Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, right? To lead your
In
football
this
team.
playoff,
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah,
In this playoff, only because he's not healthy.
What?
Only because he's not healthy. He's not
Yeah,
healthy.
Who's not healthy?
Patrick Mahomes has been limping around. It's clearly the only reason he finished the season
You know,
out is because he
I
had
heard-
he had a
15
bonus.
and one.
Yeah, what does that have to do with his health?
I heard people saying
You're
that he limps. Like
15
it's not
and
real.
one.
Like he just acting like
We're
he's
15 and one.
They're
We're
getting
healthy.
by
We're
by the
healthy
skin
enough
of
to
his
get
teeth.
15 and one.
Yeah, listen. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, but he's
I
not
got
playing the best. He's not playing. He's not playing the best, and that's okay. He hasn't had his best year.
To me,
Lamar's played better.
he might-
Josh has played better, and that's okay.
He might not have the best stats.
He
Or
definitely doesn't have
anything
the
like
best
that.
turnover rate.
But one thing he does have is he has more victories.
His
Yeah.
team does.
Yeah, his team does.
We've got
Andy
more
Reid.
victories. Hey, listen, I don't want to stay on this. We want to get to the game that you guys really want to talk about.
We're going to take this moment to take a short break. This is Out of the Mud Studios, and we're in the beautiful downtown Flint area
Right.
at Out of the Mud Studios. And we would like to thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to Out of the Mud.
James.
Back to you, Tone.
That's right. James Mayfield, Gregory Mayfield, and George Gregory Out the Mud Studios.
That's
baby.
Georgia Friday the second.
That's right.
Your favorite veteran.
That's right. Hey, listen.
Shout out.
Listen, so we're gonna change to
Call from
the Commanders. What I know.
Hey,
I know
caller,
y'all-
can you hear us?
I think we got a caller.
Caller. Are you there, caller?
Yeah. We
can,
might have to go
can
that
hear us.
over. Yeah.
They should hear us.
It's all good.
Everything's working.
It's all good.
Oh,
You hear us?
come on, Tom.
What's up?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
I hear you. E. I know
Come
who
on,
this is.
Tom.
I know exactly who this is too.
Come
I
come
know
on.
when I start talking about Buffalo.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about where that one came from, baby.
Hey, hey,
15 and 1. Let's talk about where that
hey,
one came
listen,
from.
I see
listen.
why he wants to play the Ravens
I
and not
already,
the
I
Bills.
already told them. I skipped right past it. I already said I would rather play the Ravens better than the Bills because listen, Josh Allen is
He's a
scary
baller.
to me.
He's a baller.
Josh Allen
Yeah.
is scary.
Yeah,
Like
y'all
He
this,
affects
fellas.
the game.
hey, this dude is running. When he takes off the run, he's not sliding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's it.
Come on. Hey,
He's
he threw one, he caught one, and he ran one.
Yeah.
All in one game.
Hey, Josh Allen
Come on, man.
seriously. Josh Allen is balling right now.
he's
I
a
ain't gonna.
better supporting
I'm
cast.
not. If he gets some better weapons, or they stay healthy, Josh Allen is scary.
Yeah.
I don't know why they end up trading Diggs though.
Well, we started to get a running game finally. We're starting to run the ball a little bit.
Right.
So it's looking all right. Man. Yeah, because we didn't have a running game before. We were just going off, just running off Stephon Diggs, the long ball.
Right.
But now the ground game is working for us. So we're not.
Hey,
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
y'all
I mean, Sunday.
y'all gonna have a tough game going down there to
Good game.
Baltimore, B. That's
Great
gonna be
game.
that's gonna be a really good game, man. That's gonna
Oh,
be
but they coming up.
hey,
They're
hey,
coming up top in the snow. It's going to be 9 degrees Sunday, too.
what? It's gonna be
It's
90
going to be
degrees.
9 degrees Sunday.
9.
Oh, 9.
9.
Man,
9.
listen. Hey, listen. That's you gotta really love football to play in 9 degrees weather. I just recently went to Arrowhead and seen a game, and man, the wind down there gets really cold. It's
Yeah.
freezing. It's freezing
Yeah.
down there. So
Hey,
listen,
it's cold in Orchard Park in the summertime. So
right?
you got to think about it. And we sell out every game.
Yeah.
So we got fans.
Hey, listen,
They
y'all.
real fans.
Hey, I cannot believe that it's 9 below and it's so out. Everybody is there.
Yeah.
That's so that
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Yeah,
Welcome, Buffalo.
And they're going to be out there with no shirt on.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so hey, E, I appreciate you calling. So who you think
Oh, man.
who you think gonna win in this Lions and Commanders game? E,
Um, my heart's saying the Commanders because that's where I'm at.
right. I know you down
The
there.
Lions, yeah, but the Lions is tough.
Yeah, the Lions.
Lions been tough all year.
Yeah, I like the Lions. I think for the Lions, for me, this year, if the Lions are going to do anything seriously, this is the year they should do it. Ben Johnson and
Yep.
the defensive coordinator, man, it's 8 jobs opening in the league, and those are going to be some of the first people that the defensive coordinator of Detroit have already turned down the Patriots job. I think Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, he's going to be a head coach somewhere next year. So
Yeah.
if Detroit is going to do something, this is the year that they should do it. I think if they get their defense together, I think they're going to beat the Commanders. I think they'll beat the Commanders, but I don't know.
I agree.
Nah,
Yeah.
they just
I,
do it. The
I,
Commanders
I,
don't
think, I got the Commanders. If it's a close game, I'm taking the Commanders.
Oh yeah,
Commanders, yeah. They've been such a close game, so I'm taking them.
that's what's up, man. Hey, E, I appreciate you calling, man.
I'm not.
Hey, check me out
I
next
got
week.
you.
Check me out next week.
I'm going to say something.
Okay, baby. Thanks. I love you, baby.
Okay.
Right.
All right, love you, Tom.
Hey, so listen. So both of y'all,
Hey, we got some folks that's been sitting here. We got Mr. BB Scott say,
Mhm.
"Okay, brother, where's my invite?"
you
And then,
you can come anytime, brother. I'm we can talk about Tampa Bay and what they doing
Is
to
that his
rebuild.
team?
Yeah,
I thought his team was
he like
Ooh,
Tampa.
they like the Broncos.
Oh yeah, he like Denver. That's my
Yeah.
dad that like Tampa Bay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Wait.
Jay Butter 24 was like, "Why is Pops a Chief fan? What's the
I have
story?"
no idea.
Hey,
That's a great
That's a really
question.
good question. You
listen,
should, you
I
should
don't
tell
know this
I'm
everybody
glad
how
I'm glad you guys want to know how I became a Chiefs fan. Okay, so way not that far back.
30,
long.
35
long time ago,
Before TVs and
right.
internet.
Hey,
in the
listen,
world of the Elfins.
when Joe Montana got traded from San Francisco to Kansas City, I like Joe Montana. So when Joe Montana changed to Kansas City, I went to be a Kansas City Chiefs fan. And you know, it's crazy because the one thing I really mad that I didn't do with these guys growing up, I didn't make them Kansas City Chiefs fans. I don't know how that slipped up, but that's when I became a Kansas City Chiefs fan. When Joe
Wow.
Montana went to the Kansas City Chiefs. So yeah, I
I
remember
just learned something
the
new.
Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare. Y'all might not know nothing about that. And Dante Hall and all of that.
Dante Hall, I remember
Yeah,
him.
y'all
Yeah, he's
remember
a
that.
bomb.
Derek Thomas, y'all remember that? Y'all remember him?
Chiefs have always had a
Priest Holmes was
Streets the Beast.
Priest was sweet.
yeah. They've always
Yeah.
had like a
20
fringe
Gonzalez.
wild card team. Like they want to, they just can't.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for you.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good that they got Patrick Mahomes. That combination really sent the
But
organization ahead.
let's not skip past these Lions.
no,
Yeah.
Because
no,
they
we're
do
not.
have a game.
We're not skipping past the Lions. It's a lot of people that. I wonder what's the line in that game. The,
I think it should be like 15 and a half at least.
what
I
against the
love
Commanders?
Jaden Daniels,
Yes.
but
There's no way.
I've had
Oh, we got more callers calling in, but Kingaroo 2 said, "Should the Steelers get rid of Coleman?"
Uh,
my boy.
Another top.
hey,
Caller, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yes, caller, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You are the 15th caller, and you didn't win absolutely anything.
hey,
Whatever.
I know who this
I
is.
got a question. I got a question for Mr. Antonio Scott.
What's your question?
Why you like Michigan State?
Why I like Michigan State? We're not talking because I'm from Michigan State. I'm from the 517. That's why I like Michigan State. Don't come out here
Oh,
trying to
really?
talk about something else. We ain't talking about that right now. When we talk, hey, when we go get to, hey, B.
What,
Since
what's
you
up?
want to
What's
talk
up?
about something like that, hey, what they doing down in Dallas? Huh? What
Oh,
is Jerry?
we
Why
chilling right
Jerry
now.
Jones?
We chilling.
Why Jerry
We
Jones
chilling.
calling Deion Sanders? Huh? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I hope yeah. But I was calling to say that
What? You can't say, hey,
if
he a Dallas Cowboys fan.
if
He
you get
can't
the
say,
real CJ Stroud, then y'all might lose. It all depends on
please,
what he gonna do.
Bernard, please.
No,
No,
for real.
CJ has
He's
been
good.
kind of falling
He's
off.
good.
CJ Stroud,
He's a baller.
he
He's
won't
just
be,
young.
CJ Stroud
He's
won't be,
suspect.
he won't be
Yeah.
He's
starting
young.
next year.
Wow. He's
He's
young.
suspect.
CJ Stroud might, one of them backups might come
No,
against
You
him.
wouldn't
that's
say
a
that if they
crazy
weren't
thing.
playing the Chiefs.
Yeah.
CJ
For
Stroud is
real though.
whack.
If
He's
CJ
their
Stroud,
franchise.
if he show up and they have a chance, y'all not that good.
But it's funny. Look,
Hey, Kansas
I
City's on
wanna,
upset alert.
I want to give
Honestly, if CJ Stroud shows like rookie CJ Stroud shows up,
He's a
he
baller.
has his
Yeah,
weapons.
he gonna get more
Like
money.
honestly, that could be a trap game.
So is the only reason why he just like CJ Stroud because that was his fantasy league.
yeah. yeah,
Some
okay.
inside information.
Yeah, inside information. That's okay. Yeah, that's right. I had CJ Stroud on my fantasy football team, and I had to drop CJ Stroud.
Man,
That's why. And guess who I picked up? Matthew Stafford.
hey, you
He
know,
picked up a great
one of
quarterback.
my
Nah.
He picked up
best
a great quarterback.
fantasy football sleeper
And
picks.
I think the Lions might do a little something.
A little something. The
Yeah.
Lions
A
are
little
going to
something,
win
yeah.
the Super Bowl.
And this is,
Everybody hearing me right now, the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Cat.
I want everybody to hear that.
Cat.
You heard it here first.
Cat. Oh,
It's
yeah.
destiny.
Listen,
It's
I,
gonna happen.
Oh my
I,
God.
gonna
hey,
happen.
Bernard, I will say this. I will say that I feel like if Detroit does not make it to the Super Bowl, I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want nobody on my Facebook page. I don't want to know nothing. If they don't get to the Super Bowl after
I
having
don't.
to play the Washington Redskins, Commanders, excuse me.
Remember that you talking about the Commanders? They're not scrubs either.
They're
the
not, but
playoffs.
they're running up against a
That
juggernaut because the
yeah,
Commanders don't have
He
a kid.
he won't. He doesn't realize he doesn't give respect to the Lions directly, but he's doing it by talking about like teams playing.
Oh no,
These are good teams, but they don't
Yeah.
look good next to the Lions.
I
No,
give
they don't match up with them.
I
actually,
give
all the teams in this in
I
there
give
right now.
I
Too,
give
actually.
the Lions their props. They look good, but I don't know if they look good against Philly. I
Who, the
don't know if they.
Lions?
I don't know.
Philly's
Listen,
Philly's the other team that
hey,
could come out of the
I
NFC.
forgot about
No,
Philadelphia.
listen.
yeah, Philly
The
looks
Rams
really good. The Rams,
might
the
beat Philly.
Philly and the Rams game is going to be a
That'll
great
be a
game.
good. That'll
Good
be,
game.
That's going to be a good
Yeah.
game.
that'll be a good.
That's going to be.
Rams got a good young defense.
Yes,
Young
they do.
defense. And they
And the
got
thing
some,
about it, what separates the Rams is Matt Stafford. I saw a stat the other day that he's 5-1 in the playoffs since coming to LA. Like he's
He's a
he
playoff
shows
guy.
up in
Is
the playoffs.
Matthew Stafford? Is he playing better than Jared Goff right now?
No.
What
I-
No.
would
I
the
don't know.
Lions
That's
They
look
got the
like with
wild
Matthew
cards on their side,
Stafford?
though.
What would
That's
they?
tough.
What would the Lions look like with
They
Matthew
wouldn't look
Stafford?
that much different.
they would. Yeah, they wouldn't like that.
Yeah,
Jared
I
Goff
think,
is playing very.
I
We
think
got to give
Jared
him
Goff
some
is
props.
They got a hell of a good coach too, though. They got
a
a good
game
coach.
manager.
Yeah.
I think Jared Goff is a game manager, and with all the weapons around him, he should. Gibbs, David Montgomery, got
Keep going.
the tight end,
Ooh.
one of the best tight
Laporta.
ends.
Laporta.
Yeah, Sam Laporta. Hey, they got a good offense, and I just think with I think they would be lightning with somebody like Matthew Stafford.
Oh,
Hey.
shout out Matthew Stafford. He's the Lions legend, but don't disrespect Jared Goff.
Yeah.
He came to a 0-16 Lions team, and he's a big part of the culture of why they're in the position they're in. Some of those guys that had been in Jared Goff's position won a Super Bowl, already a Super Bowl victor, and he's kind of like this. He goes to the Lions where they throw him away, and he's got a historically bad program playing for a Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Yes.
Do not
Whoa,
disrespect
Yes.
Jared Goff.
Before Goff got there, the Lions were probably one of the worst sports organizations
Ever.
ever assembled.
Yeah,
I can't
You
remember
think
last
so?
time they
I think so.
yeah. Who else is worse than them? Big?
Browns maybe or the
Who
Oh, the Browns
Yeah,
are
worse
the
than
Browns.
who worse than the Lions?
they're-
Yeah,
but
that's
we've turned a new page.
the
Dan
Fords.
Campbell, Brad Holmes. As long as this is the key to the Lions, this is why the window is going to be bigger than this year, next year, is because the key to all of this is Brad and Dan Campbell. Brad Holmes drafted Gibbs. He drafted
Yeah,
St.
you
Brown.
gotta-
He drafted Penei
This is a
Sewell. He
drafted
drafted Sam
team.
Laporta.
See,
He drafted all these players and built this team.
100%. And
Dan Campbell
He's
set
the culture.
Dan Campbell's definitely coach of Detroit, but guess who
Yeah,
is
I
the
agree. I
brains?
agree with that.
Who's the brains of that?
Dan
That
Campbell.
offensive coordinator.
No, it is the OC. You're right.
that
He's-
offensive
yeah,
coordinator.
Yeah, but
Ben
when
Johnson
you
is
have the
done.
best offensive line,
Yeah.
I mean, top 5 offensive line, best running back duo, you ain't got to think that hard. He's got some fun plays.
Yeah,
He's got some
that
fun
hook and
fourth
ladder
down.
that he does.
Yeah.
I've never seen that run. In
He's
the
got
NFL.
some fun plays
It's-
that are
it's-
very creative,
Right.
and
But
he
if you
deserves his
give
props.
me
They
Montgomery,
play a lot of
Gibbs,
football.
They
You're right.
do.
They play
Florida,
backup
St.
football.
Brown, Damo, you give me that offense,
Yeah,
I can score some points.
that-
and I can have some fun.
Don't give me a headset. I'll go out there.
Right.
Hey,
Get my Madden playbook.
Hey.
NCAA.
hey, so what do y'all think? I know y'all feel like the Lions are gonna win. How do y'all feel about Philadelphia?
I got Baltimore winning also.
You got Baltimore.
Hey, we
winning
might
the
have to
Derby?
disconnect him.
Yeah, we might have to. be-
Down in Texas.
hey,
You've been lingering a little too long, big dog.
yeah. What was that?
Hey,
Listen, listen, all we want, everybody, all I want is a three-peat. It's never been done before. If we do that, I'll sit back after that and
Right off into the sunset.
right off into the sunset with Patrick Mahomes being the best quarterback we've ever seen.
Big statement.
You know, just like
Hey man, I'll just call in this little chat right quick, man. Hey man, I'm proud of you, dude.
hey,
Do your
thank you,
thing.
B. I love you, bruh.
All right, man. I love you too.
Listen, I think because Puka Nacua, Cooper Cup, I think that Matthew
We
Stafford
got the calls coming back
wants
to back to back.
to
Call
play
from
Detroit. I think Matthew Stafford
Hello, caller.
wants to play against.
Hi.
That was
Can you hear us, caller? Turn down your background.
I did. I turned it down.
Okay, thank you very much.
who do we have the pleasure of talking with?
Steenie Starks. I appreciate Mr. Jalen wearing the Lions shirt. I'm a 74-year-old Lions fan. I appreciate you, Mr. Jalen. If you ever need anything, contact
Thank you. Chris has a Lions shirt on too.
Auntie,
You
I
can't
got a
tell.
shirt, Lion shirt.
She wasn't gonna say
It's
nothing
just
about
small. You
you.
can't see
It's
it.
okay.
Oh, I can't see the other gentleman's shirt, but if Chris has a Lions shirt on, if you guys ever need anything and you in the city, look me up. My name is Steenie Starks. Thank you.
What about Justin, the brother in the middle?
He looks like a KFC shirt on. I thought that was a Kentucky Fried Chicken shirt. I never understated you.
This is a winning shirt right here. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely
Yeah, it
at
is.
the top,
It is.
baby.
It is. It is. But listen, let's end this on the right note. I'm a Lamar Jackson MVP supporter. Support. Thank you.
What?
Smart woman right there.
She must
Yes,
have
very
hung
smart.
up the phone. She said Lamar Jackson. Lamar
DJ.
My boy DJ.
Can you hear us, caller?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You are the
Hey,
76
Jalen.
caller, and you won absolutely nothing.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, there's some allegations on Jalen. We seen with that Lions sweater.
Right.
Word on the street is bro, a Steelers fan.
Hey, listen. He just became a Lions. That's what both of us just became Lions fans like a couple weeks ago.
Okay, if
And
y'all give me a
yeah.
second, I'll let Jalen explain himself.
Yeah,
I'm going to explain myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, let
explain
me
it.
go because
Yeah, go ahead.
our
Because
caller.
Go ahead.
Caller,
Go ahead.
caller, what's your name? What's up, DJ? I appreciate you bringing the chat energy to the podcast, calling me out. But
Look.
I did grow up a Steelers fan in Lansing, Michigan.
True.
But when you move a mile from Detroit, you work in the city, you're around the city, you're
Oh,
in
my
the
God.
city.
Story. Yeah,
It's not even. It's like, why are you a Michigan State fan? It's like that's where I'm at. This is where I'm at. So
Hey,
why am I a
claiming
Lions fan?
He's
Because
claiming
that's where I
Detroit.
be at.
What's Detroit area code?
313.
He claiming 313. He used to. I got pictures of this guy in Pittsburgh Steelers, and jerseys and everything. And I used to always say, if I ever hit the lottery, I'm gonna get my son a Pittsburgh Steelers car, and he gonna drive it to work. And you know what?
Hey, you
I
know
would
you
have
will.
wasted my money. Hey,
No, but
listen,
I've always been I still quietly I still a fan. But
Real quick, hey, the chat will take good pictures with Jalen in Pittsburgh gear. Just letting you know. Just throwing it out there.
what? Oh, I got
Y'all
a lot
haven't
of
never
that.
seen it?
Y'all, you should. I got
Dang,
one on
you
my
really-
phone right
I-
now.
Maxo got one for sure.
You must really not rep the Steelers. man.
Hey.
They didn't have a picture of it.
Hey, ask his brother who he used to rep and why he became a Lions fan too.
Okay.
Since we talked,
If you give me the mic real quick.
you got the mic.
So when I started watching football, it was in 99, 2000. That's when I first started watching
my
football. And the Rams had Marshall Faulk, Torrey Holt,
Marshall
Isaac
Faulk,
Bruce,
yeah.
Orlando Pace,
The greatest
Leonard
show on
Little,
turf.
the greatest show on turf.
Greatest show on turf.
The Lions maybe won 3 games that year, and ever since I've been watching them play, they haven't done anything. So it's like it's tough for me to get as much as I'm a homer, like I'm gonna root for my home team, and the Lions represent where I'm from. They represent Michigan, so I'm gonna root for them. So when I first started rooting for them, it was when
You
they
guys
got
got
Calvin
callers
Johnson.
coming in from all over the place.
But yeah, now
We appreciate you, DJ.
yeah, DJ.
All right, man.
Hey, DJ, who's your team?
I'm a Lions fan. I'm a Lions fan through and through.
Hey, you,
And I'll say I accept Big Bro's answer only because the Rams can't even decide what city they're gonna be in. So it's
right,
okay. You can't
right,
decide what city
right.
you're gonna be
Yeah,
in.
that was St. Louis Rams, and now they're LA. And the colors is different now. I'm like, damn, man, colors.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys got the story off how they start liking the Lions because um it amazes me when I see him in Lions gear. I never would have thought that.
I can't believe that you don't root for the team that represents where you're from.
Hey,
See, that's another thing about me
hey,
too. Like,
listen, this is the thing. How many boring Thanksgiving games we get to watch? Detroit
yeah,
lose all this. That's why I'm not a Detroit
yeah.
fan. Detroit n- never good. And now that they're good, I'm glad to see that you got Detroit fans coming out. You got the city of Detroit. I'm really to be on a good note. I'm glad that Detroit gets 2 home games down in the city of Detroit. I'm glad to see that Detroit is coming up and people are supporting the city. You know,
Hey,
that's
it's so busy in the city that it's like $500 to get a parking spot. That they're shutting down some of the parking structures. So
Yeah.
trying to get in the city tomorrow is gonna be rough.
Yeah,
right.
and that's a good point you made, just about how Detroit is coming back and how it's interesting when I went to East in 2010, going to downtown Detroit, it was almost like a ghost town in certain areas, and this is downtown. And not a lot of people were downtown like that, and to see businesses come into the city, like I remember when Google first got an office downtown, that was a big deal. Gucci got an office downtown. Yeah, I love the city coming back and people investing and people being around downtown. It's been dope to see.
Hey
Honestly.
DJ, why don't you ever rep your hometown team now? Where you're at?
What Houston, the Texans?
Yeah, for like, the people that don't know, since DJ want to call me out,
You
he's
you in Houston?
he's been in Houston for some years.
You
Hey,
don't rep
listen,
Texas?
I'm not yelling at Houston now. I'm not repping a team that I'm older than. Houston only been around, Texas around for what, 2001 or
Right,
something like that. Oh, no,
right,
I'm on my
right,
line.
right.
Have, have,
We still don't know how long they're gonna be in Houston. So I get you. I feel you
yeah,
on
yeah.
that. Yeah,
And as a representative, the Lions caucus, we accept all bandwagons before the first ring. After this ring, nobody else
oh
on board.
yeah,
So you guys are welcome. You know what I mean? I'll never forget that last weekend.
right, right, right. Hey, well, DJ, I appreciate you calling, man. Check us out next week. We're gonna have them here. We hope the Lions do good next week.
Yes, sir. I'll be on.
Yes. Hey,
Right.
I want everybody watching. I forgot to talk about this Cowboys. As this is the last thing we're gonna talk
And
about.
before you start that, we are here at the Out of the Mud Studios in downtown Flint, and we are out of the mud. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting. We also have other vendors here that are representing,
Long lending.
Belong Lending.
this podcast.
and we're back with Big Tone.
That's right. Hey, we want to know Dallas and Jerry Jones. What- what's happening now? Does anybody know what Jerry Jones is going to do?
Yeah, I think this is a year where he's finally starting. He's probably been getting called crazy a lot of years,
Mm-hmm.
and this might be the first year he's like waking up and looking at the year like, what if with this
I don't
organization?
think so. I think he's still going to be Jerry Jones. He's going to want to make all the decisions and have all the control. And until he relinquishes some control of that organization, they're going to still be the Same with Dallas Cowboys.
So do you think him talking to Dion? What do you think? What do you think that Dion would do for the Dallas Cowboys?
It's funny because I have a good friend that's a really good Cowboys fan, and I told him jokingly, I was like, they should hire Deion Sanders because he's an ex-Cowboy and because he's got the same energy that Dallas needs. But is he the best coach?
There's so many pieces, like, talking about the Lions. We just named all of we named their GM, their head coach,
Yeah.
owner, there's so many pieces, so putting Dion in, one, that tells me Jerry's okay not being the face. That's a big step.
That's a
And
real big step.
Because Deion's gonna want that.
He's going
he's
to
just
command
gonna
that.
face
it's
the
not even
team.
about commanding it.
He's going
He
to
is
get
going
it.
to be it.
He's going to be
And and I think, is he the best coach? No, but you brought up a good point. It's kind of about energy. It's like in culture
Yeah,
and being a team that people want to play.
yeah.
You know, when you bring Deion Sanders in, he's a coach's player.
yeah.
He's very well respected. He's a clearly knows how to bring talent to a program.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to bring players in now.
So they're talking about Dallas's draft pick and where they're drafted at, and if they're going to keep Dak, and do you think that Deion goes to Dallas and drafts his son?
Yes. If Deion goes to Dallas, why wouldn't he? I mean, he's all about his son. He's coached his son basically his son's entire life. So if they give him that job, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, I'm drafting my son or I'm not taking this job. I would not be
I
surprised.
I don't think he has that club yet. I don't think he's LeBron
he is.
James.
I don't
Because LeBron James can
He thinks he's LeBron.
he thinks he is, but he's not.
you think Deion thinks he's LeBron?
I'm saying LeBron is someone who can tell the Lakers, "You're drafting my son."
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders can't go to Jerry Jones and the Cowboys and say, "Drafting my son," to a broken franchise that that he has no clout on.
The reason why I think Jerry Jones he might be thinking about that. What is that going to do for ticket sales? What is that going to
Yeah.
do for
They're going to sell
jersey?
tickets either way.
They're going to sell that stadium out. They're going to everybody. There's going to be Dallas games on every week.
Yeah.
If Deion
Storyline,
Sanders
yeah.
go to Dallas, I think he might try to draft his son. I don't know if like you said, I don't know if he's got that much clout yet. I don't know
And you can't.
if he's going to come in and trade Dak away. And that
They're not.
big contract.
If somehow his son comes in, he's not a starter again. You can't. They're not letting go of Dak like that. I don't think. Do I think Dak is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback? No, but he's a barely above average, good starting NFL quarterback, and that's not someone that you immediately bench or trade away. I don't think
Dak has had
Dak's-
enough seasons in the playoffs to show us who he is. He's been in quite a few playoffs where he just hasn't shown up. And I think now is a good time to start to kind of mold a new quarterback, kind of like Green Bay does. Green Bay does a good job of bringing a new
and
rookie
putting him
quarterback,
under a starting,
putting him
quarterback.
under a starter like a Dak, and eventually in 1 or 2 years kicking Dak to the curb.
I could see that.
King Rules said Dak never wins.
I agree, Zach.
He might
Well
not.
said, Jalen.
It should be exact.
Hey, I don't think that Jerry Jones is ready to let go of that contract. I don't think who's gonna pick up Dak and $60 million? Nobody.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was the highest paid quarterback for a minute.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody.
Well,
But I do think it'd be a good business move. When you think of Jerry
Very good
Jones
business move.
and just him as a businessman, I think it would be a really good business move to be
And let go. And I mean,
if he's
contract
making money,
wise, yeah, but
yeah, that's an expensive contract for somebody that's
you're
that's
gonna
not
be
playing
you're not gonna
up to
be
his level of his contract.
but you're not even gonna be
Not even
close
close.
to relevant.
Yeah.
You're talking about a complete rebuild.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Not
Yes,
if-
name,
not
name,
if-
name one good team with a bad quarterback.
you're gonna have to screw up the quarterback situation, but you still got Mike Parsons, you still got CeeDee Lamb,
name
still
one. That's okay. That's fine. But name one good team with a bad quarterback. You're putting all your chips on Dion and his son.
which is why you have to start over with the quarterback because we've realized that Dak just isn't that guy, and so
Yeah, but
now
I
it's
don't think
it's
you. I
time to
don't think
start.
you start at 0. I don't think you would tell your fan base we're starting at
is
0.
that starting at zero against Shiloh?
No,
You don't know. You're taking a very big risk. Half of you think about it. How many top 10 quarterbacks are just not starters anymore? So you're going to give away a good starting NFL quarterback for he could be good.
I think it would be a bad business move to let Dak go the same year that you draft Shiloh and expect him to start year one. I think that the plan should be
Set
to
him
bring
to a couple
Shiloh in,
Yeah,
send him like 1 or 2 years, allow him to get acclimated to the offense, and then maybe give him a chance.
is
And
Dak
this
that?
segment of the show is called the fourth quarter. We get 10 minutes to an hour of the show. And we just say, Out of the Mud Studios is awesome. And we love Big Tone. And we're here being sponsored by
Belong lending.
Long Lenny, shout out.
Belong. If you need lending, go to Belong.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Shout out to Out the Mud though. Shout out to Out
Yeah.
the Mud.
Shout out to my man
Definitely.
out
Big
the
time,
mud
definitely.
and everybody for
Appreciate you.
giving us this opportunity. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Don getting that $25 million contract extension. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in. Thank you for all the energy. I love you guys. We're gonna be back next week at 6 o'clock. Peace. We got 10 more minutes.
Hey, yeah,
The-
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the
Hold on,
fourth quarter.
before we let it go,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
let
we
me
got
let
some
me
more stuff.
let me say my closing argument.
Go ahead.
One, shout out to will they ever let Mike Tomlin go? No, he's a historic coach. Two,
Mike Tomlin.
Vamos Lions, Vamos Lions. We're a Super Bowl team. I think if they were a fully healthy team, we wouldn't even be questioning this. They've got guys that are willing to risk their health to come put something on the line. Like you said, they have so much momentum right now. It feels like this has to be the year. It'll certainly be a letdown if they don't get there, but it doesn't mean that the program falls apart. But damn, the city and the team really wants it.
Yes.
Everybody can feel it, and I really think they're the only team standing in their way is the Eagles, and they have a great defense. They've got one of the best NFL running backs in a long time. He's putting together a phenomenal season, but I just don't think that Eagles team has it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being in
You
the
don't like
city,
you don't like the Eagles coach?
Sirianni is cool. He's a good coach. I just don't think that they have that culture. I don't think personally, I don't think Jalen Hurts is that guy. I don't.
No, he's not. But I think what it's going to come down to is the teams in the playoffs just aren't better than the Lions. When you think of top to down of the organization, of their head coach, their offensive coordinator, their defensive coordinator, and the players they put on the field, the Lions just want it more.
Yeah,
Like
they got a lot of good. The Lions do have
it's
a lot
Super
of good
Bowl or
pieces.
bust for this
Period.
team. Like
And they have such a young team that you're like, who are these? And there's people that names are being made. Like 2 years
Yeah.
ago, we didn't know who Penei Sewell. Now
Yeah.
he's one of the best right tackles of football. So I think, or who Amon-Ra St. Brown is. I watched a great documentary on him. He talked about all the guys that got drafted before him, and now he's a
he
pro.
brings that up every year.
Yeah, so now these are
Every
guys
play.
whose names are being made, and there are still young players on the Lions team that in 2 years will get max contracts. Sam Laporte, guys like that. So this is a team that's about to be made. It's about to be made, and I'm excited to watch.
I think that if the Lions keep being as good as they are, I think they're going to have a problem keeping all those players around.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
any,
eventually,
like any.
just like any
Yeah.
organization.
I
they're
love
gonna have
that
a
for that problem to come
Yeah,
up.
of course. As long as they're winning games, then
Yeah, I think that's what's up. So, this has been a great show. I really appreciate you guys coming and doing this with me. It really you guys don't know how good it feels to do a podcast and have your sons here to support you and everything like that. So I want to let them know that I really appreciate them being here, and that's what's up. And shout out to Out the Mud Inc. Baby,
shout out to Out the Mud.
y'all need to come down here and do y'all stuff.
Downtown, beautiful downtown studios, Out of the Mud Inc. is here.
And I really sound like this when I talk.
But we are being sponsored tonight by
Long lending.
Shout out Malone.
Out the mud.
And if you think about lending and you need any lending, think of Belong Lending.
Peace.